Hello YouTube. We just finished the dispatch demo. I'm going to do a few hours of FM24 to end the stream. I probably won't do any more of this after today, but I'm gonna play it because I've been enjoying the save that I've been doing in my free time. So yeah, I said that I'd play it for a few hours after the stream just to get through the rest of the day. Let me know if you guys want to see more of this. If you do want to see more of it, maybe I'll do some more of it. Maybe I'll do like 1 or 2 episodes a week just of me like catching you guys up to where we are. But make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and check out everything else going on the channel. There'll be the dispatch demo. There'll be the Sly Cooper playthroughs, everything else going on. As you can see, we're controlling Hemel Hempstead in the Vanarama National League South. We are currently top of the Vanarama National League South with 10 wins in 15 matches, 2 draws, 3 losses, a 28 goal difference with 32 points. Our average rating leader, we have George Williams. We also have Luigi Gaspar. Sean Jeffers is leading the league in goal scoring for our rivals, St. Albans. We also have the most assists in George Christopher Williams's and Montel McKenzie. We have a few injured players. I believe these guys are actually players who start injured. No, where do I see this again? Medical center, here we are. Current injuries. We have Jack Greaves, who is actually a loaned player we've loaned in from Watford. Who is Watford is our affiliate. They are a senior affiliate, so we start with a senior affiliate, which does help. He has been very good for us. He has scored how many goals? He scored 6 goals in 11 appearances. He has been injured for a little while. He has 4 goals in the league. He's been very, very good for us. He's actually a decent enough player for the Vanarama National. There's also Kalen Hines, who starts off the season injured. He has torn ankle ligaments. He is probably not going to be at the team when we leave next year, when we're finished next year. Let's go through the squad then, shall we? Let's go through the squad. Who's new here? So Tom Billison is new. I brought him in because I needed a backup goalkeeper. We only actually have 1 goalkeeper in the senior team. And that is our usual starting goalkeeper, Craig King. Craig actually started his career at Luton, moved to Hemel Hempstead on a free last year, played 40 appearances for the Tudors. This year, he's been here for 13 appearances. He's conceded 13 goals and has 4 clean sheets. Tom has not done nearly as well. He's had 2 appearances and has conceded 3 and a much lower average rating. However, we signed him for free because I needed a backup, and he's also not on that much money. He's here for 2 years. I'm perfectly happy with that. He's on more money than Craig is, but hey, we're happy with that. Who else is new? Canole here, he's new. We brought him in. He's 19. He came here from West Brom, we signed for him from a free. He's pretty good. He's got a goal for us from centre back. Thomas Rogers is a 16-year-old who we signed out of the generation of the season. He is really good. He's still growing. He's got some good potential. He can play left winger or right winger, which is really nice. We have George Dowling, who we signed a few days ago in game. George is a 25-year-old guy who's been around for a while. He was at Weston-super-Mare for a while, signed for Swindon S, who I don't know they are, Supermarine in the Southern Premier South. He's now signed for us in the Vanarama and has 2 assists and 5 appearances. Who else? Tyrell Whitaker, he's new. He's a versatile front 3 player who has scored quite a few goals for us. He's scored 5 goals, has 4 assists in 7 appearances. Who else do we have here who is a new guy? Stephanie Gleason. He is a regen who we brought in from the generation at the start of the season. As you can see, he's an incredible centre midfielder. He's grown a lot in the few months he's been here. He's been an incredible player, and I'm very, very happy to have him because he's legitimately going to probably help us get to the Premier League. Maybe not for all the way there, but close enough, I'd say. Is there anybody else who I'm missing here? There's a few players who were selling. Oh yeah, we brought in Candlin Hazeman as well as like a versatile center mid position. But that's everybody. We are about to play Avonlea, who are 6th in the Vanarama South. So this is actually a big match for us, because if we win this, we will go 5 points ahead of our second place Maidstone. Let me go ahead and put out a quick post, places. 1 second. I'll just pause the recording while I do this. All right, we're back. We're playing Avonlea today. Let's hop in. Everyone at work thinks you're great at macros, but the truth is you're great at googling macros and slightly editing them. I mean, listen, that's how most experts start, right? You're like, how do I Google this thing properly, right? That's how you actually know if you're good at something or not, if you can Google something properly. Do we need to do a bit of rotation here? Yeah, let's start Stephen E. Gleason today. You've been watching Ted Lasso and playing Rematch. Is Rematch any good? I've seen it advertised and I thought it looked interesting. Where's Briscoe? There he is. Oh, did you see, Cody, we're getting a 4th season of Ted Lasso? Yeah, the Google Moogle. Yeah. Whenever Rival needs to know something, we call upon the Google Moogle. That's how it works around here. Yeah, apparently we're getting a 4th season of Ted Lasso. There's also another show that came out on Apple TV from the same writers of Ted Lasso called Stick. It's about a golf coach. And the golf coach is played by Owen Wilson. I've seen some clips of it. It looks pretty good. I might watch it in my free time. A lot of people were confused and worried since season 3 apparently ties things up really nicely. Yeah, season 3 does tie things up, but it leaves enough space that you could probably, from what I've read about season 4, it makes a lot of sense in what you're going to get like in the future. It looks interesting, and I quite like the concept of it. And I also really enjoy Ted Lasso, so I'm not really upset about getting more of it. Oh, Whitaker, he's in a good space there. Tries to find the pass, but it's deflected away. Dowling nods it down to Rogers. Rogers gets it kicked away, but Dowling takes a quick shot at net. Tries to catch a keeper off guard and misses. I haven't finished season 3. I keep wanting to try and sit down and watch it. It's not a case of I didn't enjoy it. I just like have to find the time to sit down and watch it. And what I might do after my dice games tonight when I come home is I might sit down and watch like an episode or two. I stayed up really late on Saturday. I went to a friend's birthday party and I was home at 4 in the morning. So I was quite tired all day yesterday. Oh, good punch by King. Oh, Rogers puts on a good pressure there. Good interception from Dowling. Dowling to Whitaker. Whitaker puts it on. Job shoots. Oh, it gets blocked, I think. No, it gets deflected. No, he just misses. And put it in from the corner. Ooh, miss. King had it, but I think that was still nice to see him get there. I love lower league English football because you get all these really random, like double-barreled last names. Like, hang on 1 second. I know we're in the middle of a highlight right now, but I want to show you guys this guy's name. Knight LaBelle. He's Canadian. Jamie Knight LaBelle. Oh, he started off his time at Bristol. Born, we don't know where he's born, but he's actually Canadian. He's not even eligible to be. Oh no, he is eligible for England. But I think he's not gained nationality yet. He'll gain it by the end of the year if he wants it. That's crazy. Here I was about to make fun of lower league England names, and I'm like, oh, this guy is Canadian. Not even English nationality yet. Oh, good catch by King. He boots it up. Dowling's there, nods it on. Joe has it. Joe gets around his defender, shoots. Ooh, big save from North. Dowling's playing really well. Dowling's been a really big part of this team since we brought him in. Whittaker finds Joe. Joe goes back to Canole, back to Judd. Big find from Joe on Gleason. Ooh, he skies that one. Gleason has scored some banging goals from that position, so I was half expecting him to score there. Corner kick here from Dowling. Dowling whips it in. Ooh. Sails over the crossbar. Ooh, Whittaker to Rogers. Rogers is in on his own. Shoots, blocked. Into the corner. Dowling. Ooh. Man. That's dangerous. McKenzie to Dowling. Dowling down the line to Joe. Joe pulls it back to McKenzie into Rogers. Rogers eyes up his options. Has to shoot. Tries to chip it in, but North does a good job with being conservative there and staying in his net. We've been generating some good XG here. Dowling again, third time's the charm, maybe. Whips it in. Oh, nope. He keeps winning the header, but he can't put it on net. Don't like what I just saw from this team, guys. I want something different in the second half. Gibbs, back to Gibbs, to Eze. Up the line to Garcia, out wide to Vans, up to Jose, into Eze. They're doing some good passing there, though they're being swarmed by my players. Ooh, that's a solid tackle. Better tackle, right to Iorfa, to Joe, to Whittaker. Whittaker is attacking. Tackle from behind from Gibbs there. Free kick called. Whittaker here in a dangerous position for a free kick. Ooh, not far off. Not far off. Dowling whips it in. McKenzie. Ooh. McKenzie went up for it. He almost had it. Dowling to Rogers, who whips it. Oh, skies it. Could not be further away. Hemel are looking dangerous here, though. Alright. We're 66 minutes in. Let's change this. Jim off for Chris Smith. Miles off for Josh. Sam hasn't played well. Tyrese, you come on. That's all the subs we can make at this level of football. Randall throws it long. Intercepted, booted up towards their keeper. Norse comes out and claims it. North boots it towards our line. Smith nods it down. Joe is there. Joe goes wide, finds it out wide to Rogers. Rogers tries to hit it in, but unfortunately hits it off the defender's face, but it gets put back in. It's a penalty. Penalty has been called. You know what, Tyrell, you take this. You're a really good penalty taker for this level with 10s and 11s in all your stats. Whittaker steps up against North. This could be all the difference. He buries it. North goes the right way, but he can't quite reach it. Very nice from Tyrell Whittaker. Randall is throwing the ball in. Dangerous position. Back post. Heads over the bar. Brown won the header, but he can't keep the head down. Another corner kick here. Dowling taking it. Whips it in. Up in the air. Smith heads it towards. Ooh, close. Vaz in a dangerous position here with a free kick. Hits it off the wall. Goes out for a corner. Vaz eyes up his options. Into the middle. Back post. Briscoe nods it away. Gleason's there. He kicks it away. Goes out around the halfway mark for a throw in. And we got another corner kick here from Dowling. He's taking his time. Whips it in. And headed away by Knight LaBelle. Whittaker has it again. He's dangerous. Ooh. Shot clatters off of a player. Another corner. And Dowling is taking his time again here. Eyes up his options in the middle. Ooh. Close. Very close. 4 minutes of added time. Whittaker goes for Rogers. Rogers holds onto the ball. Goes back to Williams. He goes to Dowling. Dowling finds Whittaker. Back to Smith. To Joe in the middle. Joe goes back to Dowling. Finds McKenzie out wide. McKenzie into Dowling. Dowling over to Gleason. Gleason is space. Stephanie Gleason buries one from 25 meters out. 25 yards out, sorry. About 10 meters. Another big goal from Gleason. That'll seal this match for Hemel Hempstead at least. Garcia Tavaz, intercepted by Dowling. Good stuff. Rogers goes into Smith. Good pass. Out wide to McKenzie. McKenzie attacks down the line. Goes back to Smith in the middle. Good bit of play here to hold up the ball. McKenzie tries to go to Joe but can't. Kelly goes back to Gibbs. Ref, call the match. There you go. Perfect. Thank you, ref. Good match. Good match, lads. Very, very good second half there. We are 3 points up on Tonebridge now, who have overtaken Maidstone. We hammered them. We probably should have scored more goals, but we did basically control that entire match. Become clear that George Williams is part of the heart of everything good Hemel Hempstead to do under new manager who enjoyed a fine start to life at the Focus Community Arena. One of the best players in the Vanarama South. If I go to the Vanarama South and then go to season preview, both of our center mids are in there. Luigi Gaspar and Stephen and George Dowling, who we didn't even have at the start of the season. We brought him in a few days ago, a week ago. He's played 6 matches for us. He was a free agent. Yeovil beat Torquay. Torquay. It's Torquay. God damn it, Mike. Where are St. Albans? They're 12th. So we're like 12 points above them right now. We got Tottenham, who are unfortunately in last in the Vanarama National South. So this is top of the league versus bottom of the league right now. Joining Weymouth. They're playing a 3-4-3. Ugh. This guy's actually not bad. He's got some good mentals, and his physicals are more than well-rounded for someone at this level. Do they have... Who am I looking for here? Nick McCooty. This is the guy. But are his mentals fun? I mean, they're more than fun, right? Like, he's aggressive. He's got a lot of bravery. He's got good concentration. He's determined. I'd say that's pretty fun. Can't be a good player without fundamentals. This is true. This is true. This is true. The Met Police have signed Drew Wilshire. Good for him. FD mentals. We haven't got our youth intake yet. When do we get that, actually? We haven't even got a preview yet. Sit on it for a while then. Well, that's a phrase. Oh, Joe Ling. Oh, nice. You said what you said. You did. Well, you didn't say it. You typed what you typed. You messaged what you messaged. Let us take you off the pitch for now. We'll put Luigi on the bench. Actually, no, we'll start him over George. George is starting to be a bit more tired. We'll do this. We'll bring you on and we'll put you in. We'll put Keane in there. Well, given we're playing the bottom team, we'll put Tom in as well. Stevie Little. Okay, which staff member do you want, Red? I have an assistant manager, I have 4 coaches, and I have a chief scout, and I have a physio and a head physio. Which one do you want? Scout. Your chief scout. Perfect. Stevie Little. There he is. Greaves is back, full training, good stuff. Which means... Oh. We'll put George in there, so we'll start him this match. Alfie, you're coming off for Jackie boy. Jack is also a loan in from Watford. Alright, get out there and give me a good match, guys. So what have you been enjoying the most about Ted Lasso, Cody? What's your favorite bit of it so far? I opened up YouTube and there's a short already open. That's funny. The partner and you are adoring Ted Lasso. What do you like about it? Like, what's your favorite bit so far? What's your favorite part of it so far? Like, what's your favorite piece of it? Oh, Gaspar. Oh my goodness. Luigi Gaspar has just taken the sales out of anything I was thinking there. Holy shit, Luigi. Is it the memes? The memes are very good. Briscoe. Ooh. It's so mentally healthy to show mental situations and the characters react so healthily. Yeah, like Ted talking to his wife, ex-wife. Oh, nice one, Tyrese. Coach Beard's humor kills me. Coach Beard is my favorite part of Ted Lasso because he's like, I want to know everything about your history, but then at the same time, I'm like, okay, I don't want to be indicted for any crimes because he seems to be the kind of guy who might have a couple crimes in his history. All right, well, Miles Judd is hurt, so I guess Montel McKenzie's coming on. Williams. Ooh. Hallwax makes a big save there. Ooh. Keane Flanagan with a big goal. Nice. Oh, Keane's trying for a second one. This is going well. Yeah, it's going solid. Bum, bum. Evans. Ooh. Big save. Oh my goodness. Well done, Bilson. Big save. Oh. Hemel Hempstead Town free kick. Someone got pushed over. Gonna look where you crack down on work. Work will be fine. Don't worry about it, Cody. You enjoy the rest of your work day. Oh, that's a bad header from McKenzie. Oh, Linton misses. Holy shit, that was lucky. Oh, we're playing well. Might make some subs at halftime just to save fitness. I might take Greaves off at halftime just because he's coming back from an injury. And I kind of want to ease him back into it. He is technically still our best striker, I think. But I would like to not have him get injured again. Ooh. Joe has it. Puts it back into the middle. Ooh, big goal from Kyle. Kyle has scored his first of the season. Bit of a hammering here, but... Ooh. Wow. Somehow he didn't score that one either. But hey, it's good for the goal difference, right? It's good for the goal difference. Good for morale. Day goes out wide, goes into Morgan. Another big miss. And that's halftime. Lots of shots on target so far. Keep at it, boys. Ooh. Bilson saves it. Nice job, Bilson, there, coming out to grab that one. Into the middle. Chamberlain nods it away. Gaspar kicks it further away. Evans goes out wide to Smith, to Lucas, to Smith again. Smith is in a dangerous crossing position. He goes into the middle. Back post. Dylan Morgan puts it in. Chamberlain to Smith. Smith goes back to Lucas. Lucas. Smith again into Linton. Linton shoots over the crossbar. We're up 4-1. And we have to pay out the clean sheet bonus. So you know what? I'll take it. Good interception there from Briscoe. Briscoe shoots. Save. Right, let's just pause here now for a second. Let's take off Jack for... Let's put Tyrese up top and let's bring on Rogers. We'll switch these two around. Let's take off... Is there anyone else here who we want to kind of save for our next match? Probably Joe? Well, no, not really. Luigi for sure. We'll take him off for George. We'll switch these two around. That's all the subs we can make. So let's call it there then. Evans into Booth. Booth's back to Evans. Evans in the middle to Grimes. Grimes goes over the top. Linton's there, but Bilson has it at his feet. Bilson kicks it. Boots it right up towards the front, but it's headed down. Steve Dowling's there. Steve to Williams out wide. Williams gets around two of the defenders. He's holding it up. Goes into Dowling in the middle. Into Flanagan, who shoots. Ooh, out wide. Just barely wide on that one. Ooh, if Halwax didn't catch that out of the air, that would have been an easy goal for Joe. Halwax, he holds it. Boots it up towards Morgan. Nods it on to Linton. Smith's in the way. Dowling has it. To Joe, to Briscoe, holds onto the ball, has to go back to Ajayi. It goes up towards Joe, but Joe can't get to it. He's surrounded by two defenders. Linton is trying to take on three defenders. Has to go out wide to Booth. Back to Smith. Smith in the middle to Booth again. Out wide to Chamberlain. Chamberlain eyeing up his options. Pulls it back to Smith. Smith goes back post. Headed away. Booth is there. Good block from Smith. Out wide to Day to James. Williams intercepts out to Briscoe. Briscoe to Joe. Joe cuts out wide to Williams. Williams goes back to Dowling in the center. To Williams out wide. To Smith. Falston with the corner kick here. Taunton have actually kind of come back here, made this a bit of a game, even if it's only 4-1. Statistically, they should not be losing this game. It should be a draw right now. They brought on Nick McCooty. There we go. We're about to lose this match. Where is he? Where is Nick McCooty? Is that him there? No, that's not him. Is that him? No. There he is. He's coming as a target forward. 10 minutes left. Maidstone have overtaken Tonebridge again. Day to Falston, out to Day. Day eyes up his options, goes back to Falston. Falston boots it up to Morgan, but McKenzie gets up to get it. Dowling has it to Smith. Smith goes in the middle. It's intercepted by Booth. Booth goes out wide. Rogers is there, though. Can't get to anybody else. Rogers tries to go back into the middle, but James intercepts it. Stephen to McCooty. Back to Stephen. Stern. Stern shoots. Goes over the crossbar. Four minutes of added time. We're already all the way through it, it looks like. Bilson boots it up. Knotted down by Booth. Stern has it. To Booth, to Smith. Smith loses it to Ajay, who boots it into the middle. McKenny nods it away. To Morgan in the middle again. To James, to Morgan. Morgan goes back to Falston. Falston goes down the line to Morgan, but it's called off. The match is over. Hemel Hempstead 4-1 over Taunton Town. That puts us 4 points ahead at the top of the league over Maidstone and 6 points above Tonebridge, 7 points above Welling. Judd has broken his ribs. Ooh. That's not great. Luigi Gaspar, however, doing some great stuff for us on the team. Alright, we're going against Havant and Waterloo next. Needs better challenges. Hampton and Richmond have just got rid of their manager. Right, the FA Cup's second round is made today. Who do we want? Oh, this is the FA Trophy. This is the FA Trophy. So, this is the lower league cup. We got Eastbourne Borough, who are in the Vanarama National South as well. So we're playing a team from our own league, which isn't so bad. I'm gonna start playing Montel Mackenzie a lot, I guess. We also really need a left back. We don't have one, so. Oh, that's right. We have you up for sale because we don't really need you, Reese. That looks good to me. We have been very lucky in that our finances are now positive. In November, they were not great. And as you can also see, I'm projected over my budget. I'm not spending over it right now, but I am projected over my budget. Largely because I'm bringing in players who have yet to arrive. If I go to my transfers here, for example, there's this guy from Farnborough who I wouldn't have signed. I don't know why we signed this guy. He's okay overall, I'd say. And then there's Trey, who's more or less the same. I don't know why we signed this guy either. He's joining on the 22nd of the 12th. And Michael is joining 13th of the 1st. So we have two new strikers coming in who I don't think we need anymore because we have two players. We have a player on loan who plays a striker, and we also have Whitaker and a few other guys who've come in who are good enough that we don't need any more strikers. Anyone that I want to put on who isn't. Oh, Gleason should probably be on the bench, shouldn't he? Yeah, let's put him on the bench over Flanagan. That makes a lot of sense. Can you revert on a deal? No, we've already signed it. The previous club manager signed it, so I have to honor it. It's already signed. It's already done. I can't do anything about it. What might happen is, in the coming season, I might sell them. Because they'll arrive, they'll be here for 6 months, and then in the summer I could probably sell them or just let them go. I don't know how long they've been signed to. I don't know what their deals look like. If they're year-long deals, then I'll just have to put up with it and maybe find a place on the team for them, but I'll manage otherwise. Ooh, wow, big save there. The contracts are obviously already signed, they're already binding, so I can't do anything about it. Also, we got another incredible double barrel last name. Kai Woolard Innocent. Started at QPR. Born in London, England. You've also got Jewett White here. Harry Jewett White, a Welshman. Don't know where he's born, but one of his parents is English. Whitaker, McKenzie's there, puts it into the middle. Alfie Matthews scores his first goal. First ever goal for Hemel Hempstead Town. We brought him in because he's a bigger guy. He's good in the air. That's a nice header from Alfie Matthews. Well, sorry, no. Did I bring this guy in? I did bring this guy in. He's already had 4 assists. He's had more assists than he's had goals. That's his first goal for us. Rogers has the ball loose. Tries to go into the middle. Blocked. Has it again. Cuts inside. Scores. Thomas Rogers has scored. The 16-year-old burying it. Woolard Innocent to McNearney. To Zuma, to McNearney, to Bonner. Bonner goes up. Williams is there. Goes into King. King out wide to McKenzie. McKenzie turns, boots it up towards George Williams, who loses it to Woolard Innocent. Fall has it. To McNearney in the middle. To Ewing. McCarthy back to McNearney. McNearney eyeing up his options. Goes to Ewing. Ewing tries to cut inside. Big interception. Gaspar goes back to his centre back. Out wide to Williams. Williams to Rogers, the goal scorer. Up to Whitaker. Whitaker gets around his defender. Very, very agile there. Whitaker gets pushed down. There's a penalty given. Terrell, you take this. You've earned it. That was some incredible movement there. Bonner given a yellow card for roughing the striker, Whitaker. And buries it. Warner doesn't even go after the ball. Frozen in place. Terrell Whitaker with his 7th goal of the season for Hemel Hempstead. Signed relatively late in the window. Already played like 8 or 9 games, I think, this season by the time we signed Whitaker. But he's been an absolute firecracker since we signed him. That was an interesting decision to make that shot, but I guess he almost scored it, so. Whitaker puts it in the back post, but there's nobody there for it. Headed away. Hill has it. Loses it immediately. Foul loses it. Williams is going after it. Woolard has it. Goes back to his goalie. Warner goes to Zuma. Zuma eyes up his options, goes to Jewett White, to Bonner. Bonner back to Zuma. Having a Waterloo playing this slow. They're down 3-0 in the first 25 minutes of this match. They can't really afford that right now. Speaking of, big movement there. Seeger goes wide. McKenzie manages to get a foot in the way. Knocks it out wide. Into the middle. Ooh. McKierney tries for the first time volley. Goes out off of Hill's chest, it looks like. Woolard Innocent into the middle. Hill goes up for it. Bonner goes back out wide to Woolard Innocent. To McNearney on the edge of the box. Back to Woolard. He goes for back post. Headed away. Zuma to Bonner. To Ewing. McKenzie to Williams. Williams loses it to McCarthy. Almost intercepted there. Seeger has it. Intercepted by Dowling. Dowling only knocks it as far as McCarthy, who shoots. King with a big stop there. Into the middle. Zuma nods it over the crossbar. King had almost had his tips on it as well. McKenzie to Dowling. Dowling goes to Gaspar in the middle. Back to Dowling. Dowling overlaps, pushes in, finds Whitaker. Whitaker's in behind. Tyrell Whitaker manages to put it in low and hard. That's Whitaker's second goal. Dowling's first assist of the game. Hemel Hempstead up 4-0 in the first 33 minutes of this match. King puts it up. Dead ball position. Everyone missed the header, but McKierney's there. Zuma goes back to Warner. Warner eyes up his options. Out to Woolard. To McCarthy. Out to Fall. Fall attacks down the wide areas of the pitch. Waiting for some reinforcements. He goes into the middle to Ewing. He goes to Woolard Innocent. Finds Tanga. Finds Jarrett White. Ewing. To Bonner. Being pressed heavily here. He goes into the middle to Ewing. To White to Ewing. Goes over the top to Fall. Fall is in behind. Goes in the middle. Ryan Seeger just about manages to get the back of his head to that ball. Catches King off guard. And it ends up in the back of the net. Williams with the throw into Rogers. Back to Williams. Williams goes into the middle. Knotted down. Hill is there for it. Hill to Dowling. Dowling out wide to Williams. Williams in a sort of a tight position there. Gets man marked by two people. Unfortunately, he can't get the ball out somewhere. Dowling takes it away though. Gaspar out wide to Rogers. He gets around his defender. Using that extra burst of speed he has. Into the middle. Whitaker. Nope. Deflected away. McKenzie to Dowling. Dowling eyes up options. Goes back to McKenzie, who cuts in and shoots. Montel McKenzie buries it low and hard. A rare goal from Montel McKenzie. Another assist for George Dowling. What a good job from Montel McKenzie there. Ball's gone back to Woolard Innocent. Goes back to Warner. Warner to McNeary. To McCarthy. To Tanga. To Jewett White. To Bonner. Back to Tanga. Tanga down the wide positions there. Dangerous move. Puts it into the middle. Foul goes high and over the crossbar with his header. King boots it into the middle. Seeger has it. Out wide to Foul. Foul gets around his defender, but they keep up with him. Woolard goes for it. Misses wide and high. Zuma to Ewing to White. Back to Bonner to Ewing in the middle. Goes back to Zuma. Bonner's in a good space to take the pass. McCarthy's out wide here. Goes into the middle. Headed into the middle for Dowling there. Back to the defender. Out wide to Williams. To Gaspar. To Williams. To Rogers. Nice passing. Finds Whitaker. Gets the ball knocked away from him. McNeary has it to Ewing. Ewing. Ooh, almost loses the ball there. Hill, good interception. Dowling finds Whitaker. Whitaker pulls the defender away. Has to go back to his centre back though. Dowling finds a good pass to Matthews. Matthews finds Williams on an overlap. Williams hits it off the post. Would have been a nice move there. Dowling to Hill. Williams has been doing some great work out on that wing. Half time. Would be nice to see him rewarded. Keep it up, boys. We're doing well. Woolard innocent on the corner here. Puts it into the middle. McKenzie gets to it. Zuma goes with the overhead kick, but he doesn't even get it close to the net. King goes into it. Boots it into the middle. Whitaker can't get to it. Tanga goes to Seager. Seager goes back to Ewing to Jewett White. Out wide to Woolard to McNeary. McNeary over the top. Finds Fall. Fall finds an open Seager in the middle. It's 5-2. Having a Waterloo have managed to pull this back a little bit. Might need to make a few changes here around the 60-minute mark. McKenzie with a throw in. Oh, it was called back. He didn't score. Ooh, that was close. No, he did. He did. I thought it was called back. I thought it was 3-5, but no, it was only 5-1 when he scored. Whitaker with a big interception finds Matthews. Matthews loses the ball on a bad first touch. Gaspar has it now. Finds Matthews. Finds Williams on an overlap. Williams. Ooh, that was a big bounce around in the middle. It rockets off of Wilson, apparently. It is now a corner kick. We see the centre backs there doing some dangerous stuff. Oh, nodded away. Woolard innocent with the throw into Foul. Back to Woolard innocent. He goes back post. Williams nods it away. Whitaker kicks it further. Some open space there for Bonner to work in. Back post. Foul. Oh, big save there from King. Damn, what a save from King. Montel, you're going to have to come off because you are exhausted. I'm going to bring on Jem Hewlett now. Hewlett, sorry. And we're going to take off George as well. George, you've done your best, I'll be honest. But I think it's time for you to come off so we can bring in some fresh legs here. We'll put Thomas on that side. And up top, we're good with the players we have. We'll keep a substitute for later on in the match. Seager goes back post. King claims it out of the air. King boots it towards Zuma, who nods it down. Oh, what a goal from Tanga. That nasty chip over the top of King. Unfortunate, but we're still 2 goals up here. Matthews back to his keeper, to Hewlett. Hewlett out wide to Hill. Hill to Gaspar. Gaspar has a lot of space, but finds Whitaker. Whitaker shoots. Terrell Whitaker just decides, you know what, I'm going to score this one for my hat-trick of the day. I think that's his 2nd hat-trick of the year. What a goal from him. Seager's come off. They brought on Deacon. Deacon? Yeah, Deacon. Fall has actually gone up striker, it looks like. Zuma to Jewett White to Bonner to Ewing. Pretty good reception there. That deflection could have been nasty, but unfortunately it did not do very well. McCarthy out wide to Woolard. Woolard down the line to Deacon, who's getting his first touch of the ball here. Pauses, pulls it back to McCarthy, pulls it in again to Ewing. Ewing to Jewett White, who misses the net. Still 4 points ahead of Maidstone right now. We're up 6-3. Rogers puts it into the middle. Unfortunately, there's no one there for the header. Tonga tries to put it into the boots of Fall, but Chris Hill has it. Briscoe is out wide. He puts it into the middle. Rogers is not a header. That's not something you should be aiming for, even against a shorter fullback. Deacon into the middle to Fall. Fall to Ewing. Ewing eyes up his options wide to Tonga. Jeff Lewitt shoots over the crossbar. Matthews over this one to Deacon. Deacon back to Matthews. Matthews into the middle Jewett White's there. It gets tipped in. Josh Williams puts it into his own net. After playing so well all match, Josh Williams has scored an own goal. Cavan and Waterloo, however, will still lose this match 4-6. Will they still lose this match 4-6? Jewett White. Ooh. King boots it out towards Dowling in the middle. Can't get to it. Matthews to Tanga. Tanga attacks. Pulls it back to Bonner. Bonner goes down the line again to Tanga. Nice 1-2. Tanga pulls it in the middle. Williams is there. Doesn't give him an easy one. Briscoe to Whitaker. That's the end of the match. That was a match of all time. 4-6. That was crazy. We won, but hey, I'll take it. Would have been nice to win without conceding 4 goals, but we still won, so I'm not going to argue. Whitaker leads the way with his hat-trick. A 20-year-old who started at Tottenham, went to Swansea, went to Wellstone on a loan, and has now joined us for free. Has 6 goals and 3 assists in 8 matches. We've now won 5 straight. Tyrese Briscoe and Joe have actually scored the most goals in the league for us at 10 goals apiece. Which is, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. We do have 35 goal difference. What's our actual stats like? What are our XG table? Our XG table says that we should actually have conceded more goals, and we have a much higher expected goals than we thought. But we have had some matches that have made us like we had a 10-1 win. We had a 5-4 win. We had a 5-1 win. I think we've had some big wins. So we're actually up on our expected points, and Torquay are like -12 on their expected points. They should be in second on XG. But we're first, and we should be first, so I'll take that. So we have 56 goals for and 21 against. We are not the best defensive team. Actually, we're tied for 3rd. No, actually, we're tied for 4th. Because Torquay have only let in 20 goals. Now we have the FA Cup Trophy 2nd round. Oh, that's right. He also had 2 assists. Whitaker also had 2 assists in that last game. Which is crazy to say. Macclesfield have made an offer for Reece Grant. Yeah, go ahead, Macclesfield. You can have him if he signs for you. Craig, you can come off for this match. We're going to put in Tom for this one. It's a league game. Sorry, it's a what's the phrase? Sorry, it is a cup game versus a much lower down team, so I'm perfectly happy with that. George, you can come off as well. We're going to play Keane next to Stefan. On the left, Sam can start up top. You know what, Alfie? You scored last match. You can stay. Jack, you can start this match as well. Is there anyone who I should put on who I haven't? No, I think we're good. Oh, you played matches in League One. That's cool. Grealish has been tipped to win World Player of the Year. Not down. Let's do it. You're okay for 45 minutes? That's perfectly fine. We can bring on Whitaker or Briscoe for Greaves at some point. Luigi should have a full day off, it looks like. So we'll put Hansen in on the bench. Let's go. Let's do it. And nothing less but a win, guys. We are 5 out of 5 last matches. Oh, this is not good. Big save. Barry crossing, headed away. Good job. Ooh, almost. Damn, what a great touch there from Greaves to almost put that one in. No, Flanagan can stay out there for a while. I'm not going to take him off just because of a bruised ankle. Also, it's a cup match. They also have someone who's injured. Oh boy. Good stop. Remy, back post. Headed over the crossbar. We're struggling against these guys. Iorfa over our corner here. Whips it in. Headed away. Flanagan. Can't get around his defender there. Though, give him credit, no one else was moving, so he was trying. Gleason goes to McKenzie. Nice first touch pass. Powell. Matthews. Matthews shoots. Ooh. Nice attempt. Ooh, can't get to it. Gleason has it though. Turns to Mackenzie. Mackenzie to... Ooh, I don't know what he was trying to do there. Skied it. That's the end of the first half. That's probably the worst game we've had in a while. Ray, he's doing a good job getting around everyone. Oh my goodness. Tackle. Iorfa puts it into the middle. Ooh. Okay, this is much better all of a sudden. Corner coming in here from Matthews. Matthews is whipping it. It goes in. Ooh. Canole scores off the corner kick. What an absolute star he has been since joining the team. Now here's where they score a corner straight away on the opposite side. Nope. Almost. Oh. Matthews is for sure not big enough for that, but he's doing a good job at harassing the team, making sure they have to try their best passes here. Mackenzie to Flanagan. Flanagan shoots, blocked. Goburn goes to Gravita. Over the top to Vigar. Vigar offside. Let's pause here real quick. Keane, you can come off, mate. Alfie, you can play further back, right? Yeah, you can play on the left. So you can go here. Sam, you can come off for Tyrese for now. We'll play you up top for a bit. Montel needs to come off because he has been playing basically every game, given that Judd is hurt. Bridgman to Goburn. Goburn to Bridgman. Tries to go into the middle. Matthews can't get his head to it. Vigar goes in the middle of Barry, who goes back to Elche to Goburn. Goburn to Olshay. Shoots. Big stop from Bilson. Bilson drops it at his feet. Boots it up towards the striking pair. He's managed to get his head to it, but there's nobody there to help him. Booted back. Oh, Briscoe's picked up a knock. Ooh, that's not great. Finney. Ooh, good interception from Briscoe. Briscoe shoots it. Yeah, I don't know what you're trying to do there, Briscoe, but I suppose it's okay. Right. 70 minutes in. Jack. Oh, we've no subs left. That's right. We're actually done. Oh, that's not good. Okay. Missed. Great stuff. Benson boots it up towards the middle. Ulche nods it down. Gravita has it. Goes out wide to Barry. Barry attacks from a wide position. Pulls it back into the middle. Out to Goburn. Goburn tries to shoot it, but it's deflected and kicked away. Ray has it. Down the line to Greaves. Greaves finds Gleason. Gleason puts it into a plate for Briscoe. Tyrese Briscoe has buried it. Is he on? Looks like it. Tyrese Briscoe has scored despite his injury from Stephanie Gleason. Good job. Right. Since we're up 2-0, Tyrese, man, you can take off. You can come off because of your injury. We'll just play a single striker formation for now. Bridgman to Goburn, Goburn to Proctor, Proctor to Finney, Finney to Ulche, out wide to Barry. Good tackle there from Ray. In the middle to Gleason. Gleason eyes up options. Goes to Matthews. Goes back to Ray. Back to Hansen in the middle. Hansen tries to find Greaves but can't. Finney intercepts to Proctor. Proctor goes back to his keeper. Boots it all the way up the pitch. Hill nods it down. Vigor has it. Goes to Ulche. He goes right over the top to Keeley. Keeley is held in position. Bridgman, back post Vigor. Vigor over the crossbar. Ooh, it bounces around though and falls to Leon Gravitat, who buries it. It's 2-1. 4 minutes of added time here. Hemel Hempstead have to hold off here at this point. Ray has it. Holds onto it into the corner. Goes to Keone to Bilson. Bilson boots it up out of the way. 4 minutes of added time has been played. Greaves has it. Good touch. Matthews out wide. Matthews attacks into the middle to Gleason. Gleason goes wider again to Powell. Powell buries an absolute rocket into the top left-hand corner of that goal. What a shot from him. Greaves can't get to it. Out wide to Powell again. He puts it into the middle. It's deflected and bounces around. Ulche kicks it away, and that's the end of the match. Hemel Hempstead come away from this the unlikely winners, which is saying something given how well we've played this year. That's probably the first bad match we've had in a while. Briscoe's picked up a twisted knee for a few days. You picked up a bruised ankle. We picked up 3.75k. Gleason, absolutely great passing there, man. Both goals. 2 of our 3 goals are from him. We have a shock here. Northern Premier League side knocked out Curzon Ashton on penalties. Alright, Tyrese, you're injured for a few days. Craig, you can go in. Montel, we're going to start Josh Hill as a fullback on support. Jem, you can come off for Kyle. You can also come off for Chris. Yeah, our back line is quite weak, I will admit. Our defenders are not good. But they're doing enough right now. Alright, Luigi, you can go on the bench over Jethro. We start you over Stephanie right now. You know what? We're going to give you 1 game over him for now. Alfie, Tyrell, you can start for Jack. Alfie, you can go on the bench for Joe. That looks good to me. Bath City 7th in the Vanarama National, and then we have another match in the Vanarama National. We do have a lot of matches in this league. There's 46 matches, I'm pretty sure, in this league every season. And you can win the bad ones as well. That's good. Indeed it is. Our managerial support's going up. Our club atmosphere is excellent. We have a good team cohesion. We don't have any team leaders yet. Craig King is as close as it comes. His leadership is not good. That's why he hasn't jumped up into team leaders. Which is kind of bad. Because we need someone to kind of like be able to help out a lot, and we don't really have that at the moment. But Craig will have to do for now. So we have Bath, then we have Eastbourne, and then we have Carlisle. Carlisle are in League One. They are at the bottom of League One by a margin. They have 1 win in all their matches. I do like their away jersey though, but their key player, Owen Moxton, he's heading to Portsmouth, but Owen Moxton is leagues better than any player we have. But we're just going to have to hope that we can figure out what we're doing there and maybe get through to the next round and maybe draw a big Premier League team. That would allow us to make a load more money. Ooh, we could draw if we draw St. Albans here, I'll be pretty happy. Chipping in, we've beaten already. York got St. Albans. York was our last round's challenge in the FA Cup. So we knocked, sorry, the FA Cup, we knocked them out of that. I'll take Shout Shields now. They got Kidderminster. Us, who do we want? We'll take Cray because they're not in any league. We'll take Hornchurch. Yeah, other than that, we're good. Oh, we got a team we've already played today. We got Avonlea. We've already beaten these guys, so I think that proves to us that we can beat those guys. We're not too worried about that then. This guy would be a good option for cover, but we don't have any budget for that, and I think we have as many players as we can technically have in our loan squad at any one time. We can have 3 loan players in the team at any one time, and we have 3 loan players. You're a better choice at captain. Who's our actual captain? I don't actually know. Oh, Josh Hill is our captain. I mean, it makes some amount of sense. When is his contract up? Next year? Yeah. Right. I'm going to save real quick. Going to take a quick break. Be right back, guys. Alright, we're back. Let's take on Bath City in the Vanarama. Man, we really need a centre back. We really need a good centre back. That's fine. We have one particularly okay centre back, but everyone else is kind of meh. We also don't really have any coverage. So we're kind of stuck with how things are right now. We got quite lucky in that we could bring in some really good players to help with the team. Oh. Ooh. We're all good. We are currently 5 points up on Maidstone, and we have a game in hand on Welling. So we might be coming away with this. Oh wow, St. Albans are in the playoff all of a sudden. They were like down near the bottom of the league a little while ago. Then again, I didn't go through like what our challenges are, what our board goals are for the year. One of them from one of the fans' goals is to finish above St. Albans in the league, which if you finish first, nobody can finish above you. So, there you go, right? Williams on the corner. How many go up? 1 go up guaranteed, 1 goes up through the playoff. Ooh. Oh, someone gets his fingertips on that. The goalkeeper got his fingertips on that one. Williams whips it in. Ooh, Joe gets the second chance. Ooh, the header goes down to Whitaker. So 2 go up in the Vanarama National South, and I think it's only 2 go up in the Vanarama National as well. With our strikers and our midfield, I'm not worried about going up again into the Vanarama National. I'm more worried about our defenders. We don't really have any good defenders. So my entire off season this season will basically be spent finding center backs and fullbacks. Smith goes back post. Gaspar is there. Whitaker to Rogers. Rogers goes into the middle. Don't lose faith. Whitaker to Smith. Smith to Williams out wide to Rogers. Goes back to Williams. Finds space for Gaspar. Dowling in the middle to Joe. Joe gets pushed over. It's a free kick in a decent enough area. Ooh. Dowling it in the middle. Ooh, no one's there for it. Down the line. Nodded into the Dowling. To Smith. Smith finds Gaspar. Gaspar finds Joe. Joe shoots. Ooh, over the crossbar. Parcel to Freer. Back to Arroyo. To Rousset. To Arroyo. Going out wide here. I'm surprised they managed to let that through. Back to Obambo. Into the middle. Smith nods it down. Rousset has it. It goes wide. Pulls it back. Tom Smith has buried it. That's Bath City's first shot on target. Josh, you can come off for Mackenzie. Yep, they have one shot on target and 0.89 XG because it was the openest goal you've ever seen. Smith, big tackle there from Joe. Joe's in behind. Tries to control it. Boosted makes a big save. Corner kick here. Dowling has it. Dowling whips it into the middle. Mackenzie has the second chance to Williams. Williams loses it to Cook, but Cook only manages to get it out as far as Williams. J. Williams, I should say. G. Williams attacks to Joe. Joe pulls it down out wide. Joe pulls it back to Mackenzie. Mackenzie goes out wide again to Joe. Joe in a good position there. Finds Mackenzie again. Mackenzie gets around his defender. Finds Joe. Joe gets pushed down. Penalty awarded. Who's taking this one? Terrell, you take this penalty, mate. You've been 100 for 100 at the penalty spot so far. Whitaker buries it. Boost goes the opposite way. That brings us back to a 1-1. Terrell's 10th goal of the season. Oh, we got Williams here taking a throw in. Goes down the line to Rogers. Rogers eyes up his options. Goes in the middle to Dowling. Dowling finds Williams out wide. Back to Dowling to McKenzie. McKenzie has a lot of open space. Finds Williams again in the middle to Gaspar. Gaspar takes an immediate shot at net. It goes wide, not by much. Osu throws it into Hayfield. Hayfield to Roos. Roos goes in the middle. Joe intercepts, finds Whitaker. Whitaker pulls it back to Rogers. Rogers goes in the middle to Joe. Joe loses it to Hayfield. Cook has it. Cook goes back to Smith. Smith goes wide. Frere out wider again. McKenzie manages to keep ahead of him. Has to pull it back to Smith. Smith pulls it back to Roos on the edge of the box. Roos steps in and shoots. King makes a big stop on the box there. That's a big one. Corner kick here. Are they taking it short or are they going long? Short to Hayfield. Hayfield to Smith. Dowling with a big tackle there. Dowling has it. He's going wide here to hold up for some reinforcements. Goes to Williams. Misses the pass. Parsay throws it to Cook. Dowling made a big header, but he heads it right back to the guy. George is tired as fuck. Let's bring on Gleason. Stick him on box to box as well. Gleason next to Gaspar is probably our best offensive options for midfielders. To Smith, to Frere. Frere goes over the top to Cook. Cook heads it towards the net, but King is there and gathers it up. Holds it. Waits. Drops it at his feet. Kicks it up into the middle of the pitch. Nodded down. Hewlett picks it up though, and a good interception. Good job from him. Rogers to Gaspar. Gaspar finds Whitaker. Whitaker could have made an easy pass there to Joe, who was open, but unfortunately he doesn't see it. To Rogers. Rogers pulls it in further. It's nodded away. McKenzie tries some wild shit there. Don't know what that was. That was not a good attempt there from Whitaker. G. Williams over the corner kick here. Whips it into the middle. It's not a down to Whitaker. Whitaker shoots. Oh, it's blocked by Batten. That looked like it was going well. Williams over it again. Williams whips it in. Headed away. Hayfield picks it up. But it's kicked down the line and goes out for a throw-in for Hemel Hempstead. 5 minutes of added time here. And we have one more highlight here. Down to Williams, to King. King eyes up his options. That's the end of the match though. He doesn't act fast enough. Disappointed we should have won that match, guys. We let them have one good chance. If it wasn't for the fact that Joe pulled a penalty out of his ass, we probably should have lost that one. St. Albans score 4 against Western Supermare, so that puts them 7th in the league. As you can see, they didn't do very well to start the season. They had how many matches is that? That's 6, and that's another 6. So in the first 12 matches, they lost 1, 2, 3. They lost 6 of the first 12. Drawn 1, won 4. Drawn 1, won 5. Lost 7 of the first 13, but they've done pretty well since. So, all in all, they've done pretty okay. Don't think we've played them yet either. No, we play them at the end of the month, end of next month. We play them at the end of December. Last match before the January window, but then we play them back to back. We play them away and then home. Damn. That's a big back-to-back derby there. Hey, we get 35 grand in television money for this Carlisle match. That's really good for us. That's like... That's arguably more than we'd make for the match itself if it wasn't on TV. Grant has gone to Macclesfield. Perfect. That's a couple of £100 off of our wage budget, I think. Do we pay anything for this guy? No, we got him for free. So however much he was on, I think it was a couple of £100 a week, is now freed out of our budget. Which I am perfectly happy for. Yep, we're under our wage budget all of a sudden. We actually have some transfer budget. That's good. We got Eastbourne. If there's somebody who we might sell in like a year's time, maybe even 2 years' time, and make a shit ton of money off of, it might very well be this guy. Why is his... He doesn't have any release clauses. No, I don't know why his value is 0. Might be something weird going on there. Okay, we've got Eastbourne Borough. I think the last time we played these guys, we scored 10 goals on them. Oh, Taunton are no longer bottom of the league. Nice. Good job, Taunton. Nick McCooty is one of their icons. He was at Weston Supermare and Chippenham. He started at Taunton. And now he's back at now he's back there. Scored 20 goals for Paulton. Scored 10 goals for Bath City. Is he on loan from Arsenal? He is. Huh. Right. Josh, you're coming off from Mackenzie. We're playing Mackenzie to start. We're also going to be putting on our starting centre back. The only one who's above a 2-star centre back. Williams, I'd love to give you a break, but we don't actually have anyone else other than Joe Ray who can play in your position, so I guess we're putting him there. Rogers, you can come off for Matthews. We're going to play Matthews out wide on that side. Play as a winger on attack. Oh, he's right-footed, I see. Let's go for it. Let's do it. Good stop there for Matthews. Matthews to Gasper. To Whitaker, to Ray. Ray's doing a good job there as a wider player. Into Joe. Joe can't get to the header, but Williams can get to the rebound. Finds Dowling, goes back to Williams. Williams shoots. Ooh, over the crossbar. Ooh, Whitaker with a good takeaway from there. Ooh, good pass to Joe. Joe scores. Nice to see him scoring again. Been a while. Ooh, good header away there. Matthews has it. Ooh. Ooh, big save. Ooh, big save. Ooh, good save there again from King. Second half, we're doing well. Whitaker on a charge on his own. Does a good job to get most of the way there. Ooh. Ooh. Right. Few substitutes. Dowling's taking a corner here. Ooh. Rogers, eyes up options. Deflects badly. Gaspar takes it away. To Dowling. Back to Hewlett. To McKenzie. Over the top to Greaves. Greaves. Back to McKenzie. McKenzie to Williams. Williams. Into the middle. Gaspar. Ooh. Close. Ooh, big save. Weren't good enough there, guys. Right, we got Carlisle up next. This is a big one. Good crowd are expected. Around 1,900 tickets have been sold. Nice. Damn, that might be the highest selling game we've had all year. Because it is at home. It is at our stadium. So we are going to play our best team here. We also get more subs, which is nice. That works. Let's just put you on the bench. I don't think we'll need a backup goalkeeper, but why not? Everyone is up to full fitness. Let's do this, shall we? We are the best performing attacking team in the Vanarama National. And we came in third for Manager of the Month, which makes sense because I think we lost a game. Oh yeah, that's right. I should show you guys the performance reviews. So yes, the board want us to just play attacking football and work within the wage budget, which we're doing. We're avoiding relegation. We've been competitive in the FA Cup and we're being competitive in the FA Trophy. The supporters, however, wants us to finish above St. Albans in the league and become an established Vanarama National South team, which we're doing pretty well. Yeah, we're doing all right. We're doing all right. Hines is starting his rehabilitation phase. That's good. Might have him back at some point in the not too distant future. Well, actually, no, he's back, not going to be back probably until January, maybe a bit later. Right, let's double check here. King, McKenzie, Hewlett, Canole, Williams, Dowling, Gaspar, Briscoe, Joe, Whitaker. Briscoe has 14 goals. He's our actual goal scorer. He's our goal leader. I didn't realize this. Huh. He has 10 goals in the Vanarama National. I thought he had less than that. Then again, I think he's tied for Joe for goal scoring in the Vanarama National. At least for us, anyway. Let's go do this. Right. We are 3-0-2 in the last 5. Let's see what we can do, shall we? Hewlett, Dowling. Ooh, Chargers takes it away immediately. They're playing a 7-2 basically. Or I should say an 8-2. Might be difficult to break this down. That's not going to count. Yeah, the linesman's flag was up immediately. Would have been amazing if we had scored there, but we've proven to ourselves that we can score at least. St. Albans have Reading later on in the day. Oh, we have someone who's gotten an injury. Mackenzie's throwing the ball into Williams. Williams to Dowling. Dowling in the middle. Gibson takes it away. There's a plunge. Plans goes to Shartons out to Robinson. Robinson in the middle of Gibson. Gibson. Charters. Charters shoots. King has it. Okay. We're doing well so far. I don't want to put you out wide because we need the center. We need the center of our pitch to be solid. Josh, you can't play out on the right at all, can you? No. Neither can you. Alright, we're gonna have to leave you one for now, I guess. Ooh. Are we getting a... No, I thought we had a penalty there for a second. Williams is over another corner. Into the middle. Not out of the way. Second chance. Anderson manages to grab it out of the air. Mackenzie down the line to Williams. Williams eyes up his options. Takes it into the corner. Goes low and hard. Unfortunately, it's not out of the way. Whitaker has a second chance. He's also knocked down. Planch has it. Loses it. Robinson to Mellish to Buttersworth in the middle. Back to Mellish. Out wide to Robinson. Robinson eyes up his chances here. Into the middle to Charters. Charters has to pull it to Gibson. Gibson steps in, shoots. King makes a stop. Into the middle. Nodded away. Mellish has a second chance, but just ends up nodding it out. King has it. Into the middle. Hewlett nods it to Dowling. Mackenzie has it. Mackenzie to Williams. Williams takes past his defender. Creates some space. Gets around the second defender. Pulls into the middle to Dowling. Ooh. Tipped over the crossbar. This is an important match. If we win this, we go to the next round where we could play some Premier League team. Whitaker goes out to wide to Williams. Don't think he's off. I think he's good. Back post, Joe can't get up to the header. I might take off Joe in a few minutes and bring on oh, Williams back post. He gets the header. George Williams has scored from Tyrese Briscoe. Good job. Who is this guy? Oh, he's an Icelandic guy. Jokul Andresson. Where did he start off his career? In Iceland. Went to Reading. Is now on loan at Carlisle. Has conceded 27 and 17. Wow, he's not playing very well. Whitaker to Williams. Williams to Joe. Joe eyes up options. Goes back across to Whitaker. Whitaker into the middle. Briscoe tries to get to it. Can't. Hewlett's there. Tries to pull it back to Dowling. But he is knocked away. Williams has picked it up. Williams tries to shoot it, but it ends up deflecting straight to an opposing attacker. Ellis goes in the middle. Butterworth's trying to get to it, but he can't. It's headed away by Hewlett. It's a corner to Carlisle. King claims it. King's picked up a knock. That's not good. Craig King is hurt. Good thing we have Tom on the bench. Oh no. He's picked up an arm injury. Here I was saying earlier we won't need a fucking goalkeeper on the bench, but turns out, good thing we had a goalkeeper on the bench. Bilson boots it into the middle. Hewlett knocks it down to Williams. Out wide to McKenzie. McKenzie gets around everybody. McKenzie doing a great job there. Pulls it into Joe. Joe passes it back. Deflects to Whitaker. Whitaker's put it in. Is it going to count? Looks like it's going to count. Tyrell Whitaker has scored off of an assist. Red Moogle's screaming in the chat, telling me to always put a keeper on the bench. I mean, good thing I did. We're up 2-0 versus Carlisle, who are 2 leagues above us in the pyramid. They are, however, bottom of League 2, but still. Good job, Bilson. How many times do you need to be fucked by that? A lot, apparently, for me to learn my lesson. So I learned my lesson. Bilson boots it up. Barclay. Williams has it. Into the middle. Finds Briscoe, who finds Whitaker. Whitaker's in a dangerous position here. Whitaker's behind. He hits it off the crossbar. Williams finds Dowling. Finds Joe, but Joe loses it. Not it out wide. Whitaker forces Barclay to make a bad pass. Briscoe has it. Briscoe does a great job there. Passes it into Joe. Ooh, Anderson catches it out of the air. Right, we're 75 minutes in here. Let's make some subs. You're tired. I don't want to take you off, but you are tired, so we're going to switch you in. Josh is also tired. We're going to put in Joe. And that's all the subs we can make because we had to switch. No, we have 5 subs. That's right, because we're in the FA Cup, so we had 5 subs this time. We're going to bring in Gleason for George. No, we're going to bring him in for Luigi. Luigi's got a yellow. We don't want anyone getting sent off. And we're going to bring in Jack for Joe. And play Jack as a poacher. Hewlett with a good nod down there to Joe. Joe goes out wide to Briscoe, who's surprisingly on his own. Good touch to Williams. Jay Williams is in behind. Puts it into the middle. Ooh, G. Williams picks it up. George Williams scores his 2nd of the game. Damn. Dowling crosses it. Can't get it to Briscoe, but IJ has it. Goes into open space. Anderson collects it. He goes over the pressing forward to plunge. Goes in the middle of Carter's. Charters tries to go over Buddy. Goes into the middle. Buttersworth is there. Bilson saves. Well, all of a sudden, I'm very glad that I brought Bilson in. Into Mellish. Mellish goes over the top. Finds Alblade. Good oh, Bilson makes a good stop. Great pass there, but good stop. Into the middle. Headed away. Wow, we've either caught these guys on a really bad day or we're a lot better than I think we are. I'm not sure which one it is. Whitaker finds Greaves. Greaves gets around his defender. Finds Joe Ree out wide. Joe goes into the middle to Greaves. Jack Greaves has scored. His first goal since his injury. We're I think we've done a lot better here than we probably should have, given we've just beaten these guys 4-0. Assuming that they don't immediately come around here and score, but even if they did, the 4-1 win against Carlisle is still incredible for us. Briscoe kicks it away, and ref? Any second, ref? Referee? There we go. Cool. So, yeah. God damn, well done. Craig King picks up an injury, which sucks for him. But we won. Hemel Hempstead win in FA Cup second round. So we still don't know. We actually, you know what? Hang on. I should have looked at my finances before that. But we all of a sudden have 185 grand in the bank. We got 24,000 from gate receipts. We got a 36,000 check for just having the match on TV, and we got 67k in prize money from making it through that round. So just that round alone, I think, pays for like our wage budget for our players for like years. Craig King is out for 2 months. He broke his arm. Oh, that fucking sucks. That is really bad. Damn, poor Craig. Out for the rest of the... Out for at least another month on this point. We'll put Josh Hill on the bench. You know what? We'll play him over you today. Tyrese, you're tired as hell. You gotta come off, man. So we beat Carlisle. That's kind of crazy. We should get our... Oh, we'll get our FA Cup round in a minute here. But we beat Carlisle 4-0 in the second half. We had George Williams score 2. Tyrell Whittaker scored 1. And so did Jack Reeves. How did St. Albans do? St. Albans lost to Reading. Harvey Nibbs scored. I remember Harvey Nibbs. He used to play at Cambridge. Yeah, he played at Cambridge for a while. Woo! Yeah, woo! Woo. Woo! Good stuff. We've lost King through his injury, though. I don't know if you saw that, Red, but King has broken his arm. His lower arm. So he's out for at least a month. Probably a bit longer. Oh, I really wanted to sign this guy. Can we sign him? Ooh, he wants a lot of money. If I gave him a part-time deal, how much money do I have? Because I know that I got rid of... Oh, we could give him a pretty okay deal. Keepers do indeed need their arms. And we actually have a pretty okay bank balance right now. So I'm kind of okay with giving this guy like a pretty okay salary. We'll give him 250. Oh, wow. I probably could have gotten him for cheaper than that. But this guy is actually going to be a really good, useful player for our team because he can play both left back and right back. Obviously, not very good going forward with his one dribbling. But as a full back on either side, he's solid. He's not super short. He's got good marking, good passing, good tackling. And he's only going to be here for 7 months if he signs here, which I'm perfectly happy to have. Right, we should have the draw for the FA Cup, I think, today as well. Yes. So, we can now officially play against the big teams. Oh, hey, it's Ollie. Hey, Ollie. Are you still... Yeah, you're still unemployed. Who do I want to play? I'll take Arsenal. I'll take Chelsea. I'll take Aston Villa. I'll take Crystal Palace. I'll take Everton. I'll take Man City, Man United, Newcastle. I'll take Wolves even, or Tottenham. I'll take a team that's in the Premier League. You were so heightists in FM. I mean, listen, I like my men chunky. Leighton Orient against Aston Villa. But like, also he's a defender, right? So like, I don't want him to be out-battled in the air. Oh, Norwich got Man United. Okay. Brighton? I'd take Brighton. We'd probably end up playing Evan Ferguson, but I'd take Brighton. Also, the hope is that if you play a team like that, you get a B team or even a C team who you play. Oh, Brighton got Arsenal. That's a really shitty draw for Brighton. Reading got Stoke. Okay. Man City away. I'd take that match. They got NK Dons. Damn. QPR. Southampton. Okay. Burton. I think they're in League One. Oh, they got Sheffield United. Okay. Middlesbrough. Ipswich. Kidderminster or Stockport. I'd take that just because we were likely to advance if we got it, but we didn't get it, so we're okay on that. Sutton. They got Maidenhead. Aldershot. We'll take Aldershot. We could beat them pretty handily. They got Bournemouth. That's a good draw for Aldershot. It's a good amount of money in that. Newcastle away. We take that match. It's a long drive. No, they got Lincoln. Okay. Everton. Take that away as well. They got Plymouth. Sheffield Wednesday. They got West Ham. Most of the Premier League teams, I think, have been drawn by this point. Sunderland to Nottingham Forest. Luton, Rotherham. Chelsea. I'll absolutely take Chelsea. Chelsea would be a fantastic draw. They got Wolves. No, there goes another two Prem teams. Okay, Hemel. Who can we get? Who can we get that are still in the Premier League? Crystal Palace. Fulham. I think Fulham are in the Premier League, right? Yeah, they're actually 12th in the Premier League right now. Liverpool will be fucking fantastic. Leicester would be good. Tottenham. West Brom? West Brom aren't in the Premier League. They're in the Championship. So, yeah, I'd take those. When it comes to a team that we could probably beat, I don't think there's any left. Salford? Shrewsbury? Shrewsbury are in League One. Yeah, so... Oh, we could get Watford. Right, guys. And who do we get? Let's see who we get. It's not Chelsea or Wolves, unfortunately. It would have been great if we got Chelsea or Wolves. But who do we get? We're at home. We got Liverpool. Oh, man. I wish that was switched the other way around. So, in a way, that's great. Because we're going to get a big match for this. Like, here's the problem, right? Liverpool's stadium is 50,000 capacity. Anfield has 50,000 seats. We have 3,000. 3,500, I think. Is our stadium? Yeah. The Focus Community Arena has 3,500 seats, meaning we're going to sell this out. But the problem is that we're not going to get as much money as if we had gone to Liverpool. So Liverpool is a match that I'm like, we're not going to win that match. It's going to be like a hammering, even against their second or third team. They're still going to beat our shit in. But I think it's more likely that we have a chance of actually getting through there. How much longer until you're back from your injury? 3 to 6 weeks. I mean, he's a good cover player at least. So that's kind of sad. We didn't get who we wanted. Right, let's play the Slough match. Mackenzie is fucking tired. Alright, Josh, you're going to be playing there. Kyle, you can come in and play there for now, I guess. Whitaker needs a break. Who else is on a heavy rotation? George Williams is. Bring in Sam, switch him over with Rogers. Because Rogers plays better on the right than he does on the left for whatever reason. We got what we wanted. We got a Premier League team at least, right? Like, that's kind of the way I'm going to look at it. We got a Premier League team, which means that at the very least we'll get ourselves probably 100 grand out of the league, out of the tickets, maybe. Maybe a bit less, given that it's not away at Anfield, but we probably will get something close to that. And we've already won over 100 grand from the FA Cup alone because of the fact that the last match we played was televised, because of the fact that we've had multiple rounds of winning. We've done okay money-wise. You know, the 200k or whatever we have in our bank balance will be more than enough to help us get to League 2 maybe. But next year I'm hoping we do another pretty decent run through where maybe we get another couple 100 grand out of it. Oh wow, that didn't go in. That was kind of crazy that didn't go in. St. Albans are losing. That's nice. Gaspar to Matthews. Matthews turns, finds Rogers on the overlap. Rogers has an easy pass here. Ooh, Lincoln makes a big save. Iorfa taking the corner kick. Whips it in the middle. No one's there for it, but Matthews gets the second ball to Gleason, who tries a first-time volley, but it does fly over the goal. Big save from Bilson. Ooh, big save from Bilson. Bilson's been doing great since he's had to play for King. Saying that now, though, he's going to, like, knock in an own goal or something. Leck into the middle. Hill nods it away. Good pass to Greaves. Greaves turns, has to go back, but it is found in the middle to Gleason again, who finds Gasper. Gaspar out wide to Williams. Williams eyes up options, cuts inside, shoots. Ooh. He tries his best. Come on now, give me something here. Oh, excuse me. Goal kick for Slough Town. Gaspar in a dangerous position. Ooh, over the crossbar. Alright, second half. Not happy with that performance out there, guys. You haven't done well enough for us. Davies. Hutchings. Jackman. Jackman has the ball knocked out. To Greaves. To AJ. Over the top. Matthews. Matthews pulls it back to Iorfa. Iorfa finds some space. Kick hits Greaves and gets kicked and knocked out, unfortunately. Matthews is playing well though. Alright. You know what? Greaves, you haven't been playing very well. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch Matthews with Greaves. Oh. Sam's not played very well. Let's take him off, bring on Tyrese. Luigi, you can come off for Dowling and we can switch you two around. Yeah, go for that. Come on, guys. Give me something here. Matthews taking the corner. Whips it into the middle. Nodded away by Jackman, but Gleason has it. Gleason to Matthews. Matthews to Gleason. Gleason finds Hewlett. Hewlett shoots. Jem Hewlett from centre back has railed one in the top right hand corner. Hutchings. Gleason finds Matthews. Ooh, knocked away by Bayless though. Headed into the middle to Minhas. Back to Hutchings. Ooh. Alright. Dice into the middle. Hill nods it away. Matthews finds Briscoe. Briscoe finds himself a lot of space. Shoots. Tyrese Briscoe has shown us maybe he should be playing more. Good lord. What a great move from him. Hewlett finds Matthews. Matthews finds Rogers. Rogers can't find anything but finds space. Briscoe back to Rogers. To Williams out wide to Briscoe. Briscoe gets around his defender. Briscoe's dangerous here. Finds Rogers in the middle. Ooh, bad finish there from Rogers. Oh, it's a corner, so it hit somebody. Okay. Whipped into the middle. Headed away. Gleason has it. Gleason goes back to Dowling. Dowling finds some space. He's offside, though. Bilson whips it. Giles goes into the middle with Hewlett's interception. Gleason goes out wide to Briscoe. Briscoe, lots of space, lots of time, finds Matthews. Matthews finds Greaves. Turns, finds Williams out wide. Williams attacks. And whipped into the middle, kicked away. Briscoe manages to get to the second chance and Williams picks it up. Back to Briscoe to Gleason in the middle. Back to Briscoe. Back to Gleason, back to Dowling to Matthews. Matthews shoots. Alfie Matthews buries one from the edge of the box. Nice. Five minutes of added time. Hill with the throw into Rogers. Back to Hill to Dowling. Back to Hill. Lou whips it in, nodded away. Dowling puts it back into the middle, but it's kicked away again. Lynch has it. Davies. Giles. Ooh. Save by Bilson. Rogers does a good job to get to that, to nod it down, but unfortunately no one else is there to help him on the second attempt. He nods it away, gives people a few seconds to gather themselves. Giles goes into the middle, it's kicked away, and that's the end of the match. Good job. Well done, lads. Good win for us. Okay, good stuff. It's the FA Trophy third round here. right, time for Avonlea in the English FA Trophy. Let's try and win this. I like to win the silver. I like to win silverware that isn't the league, just in case. Let's go again. Ooh, penalty. Ooh, first save, first missed penalty there from Whittaker. Almost. Williams has it, however, pulls it back to McKenzie. Into Gleeson. Gleeson shoots. Stephanie Gleeson scores. Ooh, big save. Whittaker, ooh. Whittaker again. Good pass there. Ooh. Joe has it again, though. Big save from North. Not it down. Joe. Ooh. Missed. Ooh, wow. That was a odd one. But okay, we'll take it. Ooh, back post. Ooh, nodded away. McKenzie has it. Into the middle. Ooh. Whitaker. Dangerous position here. Ooh. Ooh, Briscoe's in behind. Save. Ooh, that was a hell of a header there from Tyrese. Nice. All right. Bilson. Okay, end of the match. We go through to the next round of the FA Trophy. Competitive as it gets, guys. Good job. Good job. We didn't blow them away necessarily, but we did absolutely deserve to win that match. Nice. Indeed, nice. Who are we looking for? We received 4.5k for that. Very nice. Huh. What are we sitting at money-wise right now? 197k. That's not bad. That's more than we started the season with. And most of that is from our... Oh, someone bought some jerseys. Yeah, not bad. Alright, let's do this Hampton and Richmond match and then we're going to call the stream. Is St. Albans in here? Yes, they beat York on penalties. So we could get them actually. That'd be kind of cool. Play them in the next round. All right. Next match. Hampton Richmond, 21st in the Vanarama South. Let's take a look at who we can draw here. We could draw St. Albans right now. We drew Rochdale, who are 13th in the Vanarama National. Torquay got St. Albans, which, I mean, sure, not worse. Oh, we got Richard Bryan as well. Thank Christ. Thank Christ for that. That helps cover our options here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take Montel off the bench. I'm going to put Richard Bryan on the bench because he can play left back and right back, which means that we no longer have to worry about finding a cover option there, which helps. Oh, Briscoe, Matthews, Hewlett, and Hill all got named to the team of the week. That's pretty good. You know, I'm going to start Bryan, actually. I'm happy with that. Nothing but a win here, guys. Let's do it. Gleason doing a good job there controlling. Find some space. Where's he going? Shoots. Ooh. Almost scores. Ooh. Hal has it. To Bloomfield. To Gray. Gray pulls it back. In the middle to Donaldson. Donaldson up to Wishart. Wishart pulls it into the middle. Gray misses. Oh. Bilson does a good job controlling it. Boots it up towards the strikers. Greaves is there. Inman nods it down. Gray nods it back. Williams has it. Gaspar goes to Briscone out wide. Briscone puts it into the middle. Donaldson nods it away. Only as far as Rogers. Rogers manages to put it back into the middle. Joe has scored. I didn't think that would have went in, but it did. So I'm not going to argue. I'll take it. Back out to Shendell. Into the middle. Rogers nods it away. Williams kicks it further away. Good job. Bilson's actually on a 7.1 rating. Hunt puts it to Bloomfield. Bloomfield eyes up options. Kicked away. Hewlett has it. Into the middle. Rogers finds Joe. Joe gets around his defender. A penalty called. Man, Joe always seems to pull penalties out of nowhere. Alright, Joe, you can take this one. You've earned it. You got yourself a few penalties. You go ahead and take this one. Buries it. Good job. That's his brace. His 15th goal of the season. Into the middle. Joe scored a hat-trick already. Wow. That's a 6-minute hat-trick there from Joe. Well done. We're 4 points ahead of Maidstone. Rogers finds Gaspar. Shoots, big save. Gaspar into the middle. Nodded away. Greaves to Gleason. Ooh, blocked. Ooh. That was close. Huh. Oh, good pass to Rogers. Blocked by Hunt. Gaspar with a free corner kick taken here. Nodded away by Bloomfield. Rogers has it though. Rogers in the middle. Out to Brian. Brian to Gleason. Gleason finds Rogers on an overlap in the middle. Penalty. Second penalty called. That a red card? No, it's a yellow card. Well, you know what, Joe, you've already got your penalty, your hat trick. We'll give this one to Greaves. Let Greaves take this one. You got knocked down for it, so might as well. Buries it. Good job. So I think Jack's 8th goal of the season. There was a while where he was like smashing goals in. Anyway, 62 minutes in. Let's make a few subs. Let's take Joe off. He needs the rest. We're bringing Sam for him. Richard, you can switch over to Josh's side of the pitch. We'll take Josh off for Hill. That's all the substitutes we'll make for now. What a pass to Gaspar. Ooh, we miss. That was really unfortunate. Would have been really nice to see Greaves score another one. Oh, almost. That's the end of the match. Another big win against Hampton and Richmond. We are sitting first in the Vanarama National quite comfortably. 4 points ahead of Maidstone, 9 points ahead of Tonebridge and Braintree and Yeovil. Very, very nice. So what I'm going to do is, now that it is 4:30, I should probably tell Joe he did a great job. Really impressed how you led the line. Joe's done some good stuff. So we're going to call the stream and the episode there. So guys, let me know if you want to see more of this Hemel Hempstead save. I probably won't do a stream of it every week. I might do a stream of it every 2 or 3 weeks. This is like an update thing. Just because I can. I don't really plan on doing it often. But since we finished the dispatch demo really early today, we're going to be doing this instead. So I'll see you guys around. Bye now.